Oh hi. Brighton, the city on the southern coast of England in the county of East Sussex, on the bank of English Channel. It is removed on 50 miles, 80 km, by rail from London. Brighton and Hove is administratively combined with the neighbouring city of Hove in unitary unit. The earliest written mention of the city is found in 1086 in the Domesday Book under the name Bristol Mastoon. It is considered that this toponym occurs from settlement of Beortalama, where the Old English word tun means the settlement, the village. From 14th to the 18th century the name of the city underwent more than 40 variations, but Brighthelmstone, or Brighthelmston, was the most widespread. In June 1514 Brighthelmstone was reduced to ashes by the French mercenaries during war between England and France. Only St. Nicholas's Church and some city quarters survived. The first known drawing Brighthelmstone was made in 1545 and represents it as believed is attack of 1514. During 1740, the 1750th Dr. Richard Russell began to prescribe the patient's treatment by sea water in Brighton. By 1780 construction of the Gregorian terraces began, and soon the fishing small village quickly became the luxurious resort of Brighton. George IV, after the first visit of Brighton in 1783, promoted city building. He spent a lot of time in the city and even disposed to build exotic and expensive royal pavilion. Construction of the railroad in 1841 made Brighton the place of a pilgrimage for numerous tourists and vacationers, and in 100 years, from 1801 to 1901, the population of the city increased from 700 people. During the Victorian era Bake Hotel, 1864. The Western Mooring, 1866. And the Palace Mooring, 1899, were constructed. In 1883 in Brighton, English, Russian electric railroad created by the engineer Magnus Volk, one of the first electric railroads in the world, opened. Volk wanted to prolong this road to the next Rotterdam. English, Russian, however, because of a land relief, construction of the road on the coast would demand creation of dredging and viaducts. Therefore Volk decided to create essentially new vehicle. The name Daddy Longlegs, the long-legged daddy, a Casanovka, comes from the English name of a spider Senecosta. The new railroad, which construction began in June 1894, was laid directly on a sea bottom. The road consisted of two railway ways, track of 82.4 cs wide, 2 feet 8.5 inches. Everyone located at distance of 5.47 m, 18 feet, from each other. Pieces of rails about 9 m long, 30 feet. Fastened bolts 15. 2 cs. 6 inch. 2 concrete blocks of 1.5 in size. 0.9 m. 5 on 3 feet. Laid on a bottom through each 76 cs. 2 foot. Length of this road was about 4.5 km. She connected the pier arranged on Madeira Drive Pier in Brighton with the pier 91 meter long, 100 yards, which is specially constructed in Rottingdean. The railroad was removed on 90 meters from the coastline, but during an outflow rails were bared. However, in September 1900 was decided to arrange new breakwaters near Brighton that would demand transfer of the underwater railroad. Magnus considered it too expensive, and in 1901 the parts of a way preventing construction of a breakwater were sorted. Then the unusual railroad was closed finally. The only thing that remained from the road today, it is the concrete blocks crossed ice covered with seaweed on which rails which can be seen at low water once lay. Magnus Volk died in 1937. His electric road closed in the years of war earned in April 1948 again. Train stopped going on her in 1952. After a set of the changes made between 1873 and 1952, the area of the city quarters of Brighton increased considerably. From 7 km in 1854 up to 58 km in 1952. New areas of the housing estate appeared also in other areas, including Molsicum, Bivendian, Coldian and Whitehawk. Capital expansion in 1928 affected the nearby settlements of Packham, Ovingdon, Rottingdean, and Woodingden, which became districts of the city. In 1997 Brighton and Hove were united to create unitary unit Brighton and Hove, to which Queen Elizabeth II provided the status of the city. In Brighton, the Brighton and Hove Albion Football Club is based. The climate is southern, evenly warm, air dry, there are no fogs. The coast is good, and the surf of waves moderate. Sea temperature during a swimming season fluctuates on average between 15 and 17 C. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.